Hi, Natalie.
Hey, Tim. It's been way too long. So good to see you again.
Welcome back to the US. You've been traveling like all over Europe.
That's right. Yeah, just returned from 3 weeks in Europe, 8 countries. It was incredible. Some really dear friends of ours invited us to join them in Bordeaux and on Oktoberfest. And as Tim Lockie would say, we said yes to extra credit at life and just
Awesome.
went and then did a little bit of add-ons on our own traveling, but it was phenomenal.
That sounds like an amazing event.
There was.
Speaking of events, did you see what I did there? Was
I
that
did.
awesome? It
Love
was
it. Love
subtle,
that
right?
segue.
Speaking of events, I'm so excited to talk with you about the 2023 Fundraising AI Virtual Global Summit that our friends have been putting on, that Memory Fox is sponsoring, that Human Stack is sponsoring. And so I wanted to talk with you about what the event is and what to expect and all the things. So
This is perfect. I love it. It's hard to believe it's like at the end of this month. So it's coming super fast. I feel like
right.
I'm just trying to reground myself getting back, but this is going to be a great way to kind of think about what's coming down the pipeline.
And you were in the room when this got started, right? In New Orleans at the Icon conference, talking with what was it, Nathan and Tim Sarantonio, Mallory, the Mina Dawes, everybody. So it's really cool to see this like on ready to go next week, or not next week, the week after. So really
And you
excited.
know what's so interesting about that is I remember when Nathan Chappelle sent that invitation saying, come to this gathering, talking of, kind of this open invitation to join this conversation about the future of AI and fundraising. And I thought, well, that's not really appropriate for me. I don't have anything to contribute to that conversation. I'm not even going to go to that. And he said, no, this is for everybody. We need everybody's minds in the room. And I think that really helped shift my entire mind on what this is all about and that everybody belongs there and everybody now belongs at this global summit.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing that's really cool about that is the framework that came from that before the summit too. So at Bridge Tech in August, there was a gathering where we looked at the framework that had emerged from that, and also talked about this summit that is coming up. And the framework is really such an important part of what's going on with that. So I think that's really true. And the other thing that I think is hard, it's easy to miss, and I want to highlight this, is that when you say that it's for everyone, what I am so excited about that Mallory's done in this conference, not just Mallory, but especially Mallory, is that this is a diverse panel of people that are speaking. These are not the same old voices every time. There are a lot of the regulars that have so much to say about it. And then we're pulling in other voices that I think are so vital to have at that as well. So I'm really excited about that. Um, I'm also really excited to see the work that Nathan Chappelle has been doing for so many years, kind of in this lonely slog, being like, AI is coming, AI is coming. And then now AI is here, and he's just talking about it in a way that he's always been talking about. So really excited about that as well.
Yeah. And I think nobody, before, it was easy enough to disconnect and appreciate that Nathan was so in tune with that, but we ourselves didn't really understand it. And now I think to the common person, we understand what it means and how rapidly it's moving, and that we've got to get our hands around this before it does something to us. So
Yep.
I feel like there's really no denying it. And I think that's why this comes at such a critical moment.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that the sessions here, they've got the sessions live. Practitioners are speaking, platforms are speaking, professionals are speaking. There are great day one, day two events. I wanted to say one of the things I'm really excited about is this panel right here with Amazon, Salesforce, Microsoft, and Blackbaud. I never thought I would see the day where Salesforce, Microsoft, and Blackbaud sat down on a panel together about anything in the world.
Right.
And so I am so impressed that is happening and that they're doing that. I think it would be easy to miss just what that means. So really excited about that as well. So
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, that just shows you the magnitude of what we're dealing with here when all of those players are willing to come to the table together and have the conversation in like the benefit of the sector.
yeah, absolutely. I think that, some of us did not get some of our sessions approved, and I was a little surprised by that. I wanted to just show you some of the sessions that I was putting out there. So these are not real sessions, by the way, but if they were, this is what I would have put out: soft credits, tales from the cryptocurrency. Right? Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I don't know. That
I
sounds
don't know why
intriguing.
they'd reject that one. Right. Yeah. Right. So there's that one. Let's see. What's the other one? I don't know. This won't go. Oh, because I'm at the end. Okay, got it. Oh, bridge over troubled charters, proven AI prompts that inflate impact metrics. People
Like
would for sure want to go see that.
hands down, who doesn't want to inflate their metrics? That
I
equates
know.
to more fundraising dollars, right?
Proven AI prompts. Yeah, like this is what we need. Hitchhiker's Guide to AI Fundraising. Don't panic and travel with a towel. Did you read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, by the way?
I have not, but clearly I need to because I need to understand this reference.
Well, the don't panic and travel with a towel is funny. They're like, they in the story, they just decide to wipe out Earth because they got to put an intergalactic freeway system right where Earth is. So they use eminent domain, to destroy Earth. Anyway, but the thing is, don't panic and always travel with a towel. So if you got that,
Gotcha.
you're
Oh,
fine.
perfect. Okay,
Yeah,
now I get it. And
right.
yeah, again, another winner, Tim. I'm so,
I know.
so
I'm
sorry
so
you were
surprised
rejected.
that they didn't go with this one. Robo Razors, the good, the bad, and the rusty. I like that. Yeah.
Ching.
Right. Yeah. Let's get serious fundraising using only your iPhone, AI, and a CRM.
What can go wrong?
I know. Yeah. Did you get the Siri us right there?
Yeah, sure did.
If you have to ask, right? All right.
Yeah.
So fortunately, they did not go with these absolutely crazy non-real. By the way, I would not ever actually recommend inflating your impact metrics, but there we
That
go.
one's still my favorite. I
Yeah,
mean, I would love to see the content of that
I
session.
know. You know what? That is kind of interesting. If it wasn't so real, it would be awesome. But I think all of us are a little terrified that that's
Yeah.
already going on. So
There'd be too
yeah,
many real life examples for panelists to
yeah.
come to the table with.
Okay, the cost of this
Yeah.
amazing conference with so many great speakers, so much great content, you would expect this to be an expensive conference. And
2 full
instead,
days.
2 whole days, amazing content, amazing sponsors. Instead, the event is $0 to register. Zero. There is no reason not to go. I mean, I know that time is an investment. This is the place to be, though. I made a LinkedIn poll about these crazy quotes that I didn't really want to use, but then had to use like a businessy quote. And what I ended up saying that I think is actually real, and I'm glad with the quote, is this is a moment where AI is going to shape the future. So we can either show up and shape that future, or we can not show up and let that future shape us. And I feel like that is really the moment that we're in. All seriousness aside, this is so important for us to take a look at this framework, understand what the power of this moment is, and then really get minds together to think through what this is going to look like.
Yeah, it's so true. And I will say from my perspective, this is kind of the lens that I come from is looking at that speaker lineup and the session, even the session titles, like not your silly goofy ones, but the actual ones that are
Goofy,
part of the lineup.
goofy.
I mean, sorry, very
Very.
but in all honesty, like just looking at the content and as somebody who knows like next to nothing about AI, it feels a bit intimidating. And so I
Yeah,
could see how, like, for people who just are so, in the middle of the work that they do for their nonprofit and tied to their mission and don't deal with AI on a daily basis. Like maybe you know what Chat GPT is, maybe you understand some of Canva's magic tools and what those mean and how you can erase stuff like magically, but really not knowing more to AI than that, it can kind of seem like I don't really belong here. I shouldn't be a part of this. It's like, this is I'm in over my head. That's how I feel. But the whole point of this is like, we all have to start somewhere. And like you said, it's either going to take a hold of us or we're going to figure out how to use it to our benefit in a way that is, clean and ethical and helps us do our jobs better, but doesn't lose the donor trust in our missions. And so I think the importance and the beauty of this is that this is for everybody, no matter if you have like years of experience with AI or you don't even know what the general terms mean.
That's so well said. That's so well said. And I think you're right. I was just having a conversation with Andrew Means about this, that it's easy to just forget, if you're in technology, you've been working with these models for a long time, it's easy to forget this is really new, and what's new is unpredictable, and what's unpredictable is scary. Yeah. Right. And so I think that's such a good reminder. So please show up, even if you feel like I don't know a lot about it, then maybe it's more important than you show up. So
yeah,
that's
if
great.
Nothing else, it's just to learn, to get a base understanding.
And I know that Memory Fox is a proud sponsor. I know that Human Stack is a proud sponsor. And for this live, we had a late entry sponsor that we just want to thank here, a new company called Skynet. So want to say thanks to them as well for sponsoring this event. So great to see them there. And
look at that Skynet coming through strong. Who would have thought?
Cyber9. Yes. Anyway, thank you so much. It's so great to see you. Welcome home.
I'm so glad to be back with you. I've missed you. I've missed everybody in this community, and travels were awesome, but it's also wonderful coming back and just being amongst all your friends, and can't wait to do it in less than 20 days now, 18 days, something like that.
Yeah, it's coming right up.
Super. Well, thanks, Tim, for having me. Can't wait to be there with you.